Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick. As always, you can call me Tetra Ninja, and we're once again back playing some Mafia 3. So, the goal of this session, I noticed that there are these icons for each specific underboss. So, I'm thinking it's gonna kind of be like, if you guys ever played Mass Effect, you had those like optional missions, like the Rex mission where you get his like family body armor back for him in the original Mass Effect, that is. So, hopefully, my goal is to get these done, and maybe it will prevent these guys from shooting me in the back of the head one of these days and revolting against me. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna start off. We drove all the way from the place where we hold the sit-downs to visit Vito here near the docks. And where the hell is he? Chopping food.
You cook? My ma's bucatini recipe. I don't know, thought I'd give it a try. She back in Empire Bay? No, she passed a while ago. You got any folks back there? Take a look at that paper.
Give him more backstory too.
Some city councilman's up for re-election. I need a favor. Who is he? You tied up with Marcano? This fuck. Him and his pals killed a friend of mine. Look, he'd see me coming from a mile away. Oh yeah, because I'm so inconspicuous. You know how to get to people. It's taken me 12 years and a lot of money to find this cocksucker. I'd make it worth your while. And I'd consider it a personal favor. I'll think about it. If you're having trouble finding him, look for somebody on the street who might be willing to give him up. When you're done, come back here. We got a lot more names need to be X'd out.
I'd take you more seriously if you weren't wearing an apron.
First motherfucker I want you to hit is Lucky. He gets the name on account of he ain't got none. Luck, that is. But it don't stop him from playing cards any chance he can get. You ought to be...
Oops.
Running out of room to keep all this cash. Come back and I'll have more for you. Hey, you've been throwing me territory. I'm starting to think you're sweet on me.
Did I get it? I don't understand. Alright, Cassandra, what's the word? How are those Haitians these days?
Let me know if you need anything else, shall we?
Pearlie used to put these under our beds. Thought they keep us safe.
Fear drives people to seek out all manner of protection. God, the invisibles, the Loa. But sometimes, that is not enough.
No weapon formed against us shall prosper, right?
Not with a 45 in my hand. The white government says we don't have a right to arm ourselves, that we can't be trusted. But the folks around here, all they looking for is a little peace of mind. There are stashes of guns hidden in this city. I need you to steal them.
You sure this about the Hollow? I don't need you starting a revolution. Fucking everything up.
When you out there running around killing all those crackers, what do you think people will see? I'll tell you what they see. A crazy nigga. A nigga part of a savage whole that needs to be exterminated.
Well, I don't give a shit one way or another. They can come after me.
And what happens when you're not around and another black man or woman is, huh? We all the same to them. Don't you think the people of this neighborhood, the mechanic, the housewife, have a right to defend themselves?
History tells me that giving you more guns might be unhealthy for me.
It's not like that. Not anymore. I'll see to it they get in the hands of the right people.
I'll see what I can do.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you benefit as well.
Don't push me, Cassandra.
You know, at some point you're gonna have to trust me.
Maybe. We ain't there yet.
This dude's literally coming right for me. How about...
Are you pissing or shooting, motherfucker?
A little bit of both. Can't take these guys off in a heads-up battle because I don't have enough ammo.
Fuck with me.
Just stay behind me, boys.
See you.
Let me get out in front.
Yeah, back up. I don't know who you guys are. This fucking asshole. You didn't put up much of a fight.
You must be the nigger.
My name is Lincoln Clay, motherfucker.
Nigger? Lincoln Clay? These things mean the same thing.
No! Those are the gloves. My name is Lincoln Clay. All right. Let's see what you got to say.
Where'd she come from?
Me arse. I shit her out this morning, wheels and all.
Have you ever heard the saying you catch more flies with honey than vinegar?
Have you ever heard the saying, is that one there, yeah? Go fuck yourself.
A few times.
Saying about you, lad. It's personal. I got it covered.
I need your full attention on what we're doing here. Can't have you running around with your head up your ass.
A couple of lads come to me looking for wheels.
You from around here?
Belfast.
Belfast. They heavyweights.
Oh, monumental. Looking for serial numbers. Parts to throw in. Keep the Belfast law guessing when things go boom.
They asking or telling?
Hey, Ray, don't ask.
Nikki could have done this in an hour. Fucking talk to her, man. Sort your shit out.
You got kids? When's on rent someplace?
None that I know of.
And you've not got a goddamn clue the many ways a child can disappoint you.
I'm pretty sure the feeling's mutual. Christ. Well, what do you need, Bert?
Starters, more of these cars. If you can put your hands on them and deliver them back here, that'll be a lot of help to me.
I'll keep my eyes open.
I can do that, Lassie. You do that.
Fucking dick.
All right. Find 3 orange Samson things. I don't even know what that is. But let's go here. See what this objective's all about.
I'm in in Pointe Verdun, and I need a new set of wheels.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
Ooh. Just dented it. I'd do it
Got a
anyways.
car here for you. That's a big help.
Alright. Let's see what Donovan's up to here. Look. Sound, baby. She is purring. Listen to her go. Vroom, vroom. God, I'm so far away. Why do we always meet at these bus stops? He just drove through another car. That ghost car.
You ever heard of Enzo Conti?
I think Sammy mentioned him a time or two.
He's 61, old school mob. Been running Barclay Mills for decades. He started off extorting the railroad and moved on into industrial waste. All the heavy construction equipment and supplies for the casino, steel, concrete molds, that kind of thing, was all brought in via Enzo's trains.
All that shit has to be worth millions. Enzo didn't just hand it over to any cat who walked in the door. Marcano's a felon, so he's got to have a partner, someone who's legit.
If he does, that person's buried deep. I went through the paperwork. It's a goddamn maze.
Which means we need to get Enzo to tell us who it is.
According to my sources, Enzo's not a big fan of the casino. Thinks anyone who's not Sal Marcano's gonna end up getting fucked.
So I might be able to use that to flip him.
Probably have to squeeze him pretty hard, but it's worth a shot. He's still involved in the railroad and has to store all that industrial waste somewhere, so I'd start there.
Once I take his district from him, I'll give him a call from the motel, offer him an out.
And if that fails, you could always give him a Hanoi hangman.
What the hell is the Hanoi hangman? Garbage. Garbage. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so right now this is a post commentary, so I wanted to do some of the side missions just to get a little bit more backstory as well as raise the loyalty of all the underbosses. But the side missions, just kind of like the main missions, are very derivative. They all are pretty much just kill, or they're basically just fetch quests, and they're not that riveting to watch, and I really didn't want to commentate it at all live because it would have been super boring. I actually put on a podcast while I did it. So what I decided to do is, I know what you guys probably want to hear is just the conversations between Lincoln as well as all the underbosses. So I've edited it away. Everything that I've done is basically everything that you guys are going to hear, and just whammo bammo right after the other, which is the conversations that I find that are important. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys in the next part where we'll get back into the main missions.
Nesta the molester. To be fair, I don't know that he's actually molested anyone, but with a name like Nesta, I'm pretty certain he has. Anyway, he deals smut to the peep shows. To the right perverts, then one of them will know Nesta. Make yourself comfortable. Good job taking out that last fucker on my list for me. Starting with luck, he may turn out to be a fucking gold mine for us. The bastards are coming out of the woodwork to pay their respects to the fucking scumbag. The only one I give a fuck about is Paulie. If I had it my way, that motherfucker with the nice and slow rubber for his mother as I gave him a Barclay in my fucking
Can I get a resupply?
I'll head your way now.
Still stomp, you scratched another piece of shit off my list. So?
So you can cross another name off your list.
He suffer?
Not really big on prolonging the inevitable. Now, if you wanted this handled like Greco, I could have brought him back here.
Greco was a whole other thing. Call it heat at a moment.
But your friend must have been something else if it took all these guys to bring him down.
A couple of those cocksuckers sold him out. Fucked him when he went to them looking for help.
And they all ended up down here.
Commission gives Sal extra leeway on how he runs things. In exchange, he takes who they send him. Makes him part of his organization. I guess wherever you find assholes, you find pieces of shit.
Present company excluded.
Present company excluded. The next asshole is this paranoid fuck Luca. Unfortunately, he's gone into hiding. The dipshit's got some crazy theory that someone's out to kill him. Can't imagine where we got that idea. What the fear of God is one of the assholes on the street. What can I do? You're gonna need a bigger mattress. Just one more name on. So while Luca was a favorite diner and been following that through pre-trial. Sounds like since the judge is dead, this guy's gonna get off. No one wants to try to.
I handled the last of that problem for you.
Oh. Shit. So it's really fucking over. God damn it.
You all right?
Yeah. It's just, means Joe's really dead. Good friend of mine. It's more like family. Me and him tried to do something big for this motherfucker named Leo Galante. Big shot with the commission. Anyways, it all went south and we got fucked. That's what you get for following orders, right? It was a couple of years there. I didn't know if Joe was alive or what.
When did you know?
Maybe 4 or 5 years after I got sent down here. I still had a little pull back home. I kept some feelers out. And when word comes back, one of the guys I saw drive off with Joe's running his mouth. Can't hold his liquor. And someone heard him going on about some loudmouth Leo wanted him to put down. Yeah, that same loudmouth cost this guy his front teeth and cracked one of his eye sockets.
Sounds like Joe didn't make it easy for him.
You're goddamn right. Ain't no one taking Joe Barbaro down without a fight. Joe managed to get loose. Was on the run for a while, went to Chicago, thinking a couple of guys up there would help him. Instead, they turned on him. Anyways, in the end, it went how it went. Beat the shit out of him, cut his fucking hands off. Smashed his face all to hell. When it was over, they didn't leave much for anybody to find.
You sure it was Joe?
If it wasn't him, if Joe was still alive, he would have found me by now. I feel like we really did right by Joe, taking down those fucks on my list. Thanks, Lincoln. Someone else is running Tickfaw. That's goddamn disappointing.
The fruits of our labor. The holler gets stronger with every gun you bring. Don't doubt that. The bees are buzzing and the birds are chirping, Mr. Clay. And what they're telling me is that those Dixie motherfuckers are ducking down in the back of rundown shotgun shacks trying to sell off more of their guns. Welcome, brother. Seeing big things out there on the streets. And it's all because of these guns right here. One of Dixie's biggest customers. Is our very own police department. They got a heavy-duty police truck locked down at the station, and it's loaded up with military-grade weapons. The exact kind of firepower those motherfuckers turn around and use on us. Come on in. Folks are finally feeling safe again in their own homes. You called me to hold that racket down. Me! Then you took it away. But I'm gonna rise above it. Chalk it up as a loss and move on.
Coño, no necesito esta mierda. What?
Trouble?
Yeah, my whole fucking life. It's a letter from my grandmother. Writes me to wish my mother happy birthday. You know, who she saw get dragged away back in 10 de octubre.
Jesus.
Don't. It's nothing. Fuck it. You got something for me?
I got another truck stash ready for you guys to pick up.
Really? Huh. Arcano's guys are fucking pussies. No problem then?
Not a one on my end.
Good. So it shouldn't be a problem to bring more trucks.
Sure, Alma. I'll see what I can do.
After this guy and I screwed last night, he started yammering on and on about some shit. I was only halfway listening. But he hooked me when he started talking about this warehouse I had my eye on. Turns out they just got some new shipments. I want them. And if you see any of the...
I can go.
Fuck it. You get that truck?
Yeah. Let me guess. You need more?
As many as you can find. Anything you grab helps us get this operation going. I thought I'd forgotten this song.
You from Cuba?
Goddamn pain that this grandmother of mine. She sent this fucking mental time bomb. He was playing when the policia came for my parents. The old man wasn't political. Hell, he was a clerk in the government. But he had this drinking buddy in the city, Mr. Roberts. White guy, always around.
And I bet that motherfucker was real political.
He slipped out of the country before Castro started putting down spies and traitors. My folks, though, not so lucky. Or smart. My papa, they shot right there. My mama, I don't know.
So just you and your grandmother got out?
One old lady and a screaming brat pissing all over herself weren't worth the bullets or the trouble.
You ever think about going back for your mother?
A few years ago, I heard she was at the Pinos before it shut down. Nothing after that. Sometimes I think you and Vito got the right idea. Fuck the past and kill every motherfucker that gets on the way of what's coming next. But I want to know. I want to know what happened to her. If she's still alive. So maybe I will set aside enough money to smuggle myself back in and see what I can find. Put that part of my life to rest. Keep the trucks coming, Lincoln. We're hitting the mother load here, my friend. I just got off the phone with some scumbag who's trying to get into my pantalones. Asshole gave me heads up of some big rigs that are carrying high-end products. Get them, bring it back to me, and it will be like money grows on trees.
You need to watch where you're going.
Ah, hey there, Fue. How is life running with her?
I got it covered.
Good. Because I'm getting word those Dixie bosons are starting to interfere with our drops.
They can try all they like. Still won't change the outcome. You getting in touch with your artistic side?
My wife used to draw on anything she could get her hands on. Half the time, she didn't even realize what she was doing. And yet, every stroke was perfection.
She's still back in Haiti?
Yes. It is where she is buried.
Guess we've all had our share of losses.
Our losses, frère, are nowhere near the same.
I'm just trying to turn the page, set things right with you.
And you think comparing the deaths of our loved ones will do that? Papa Doc had my wife tortured trying to locate me. He had the tonton Macoute bludgeon my children to death in order to save bullets. When I last saw my wife, her eyes had ruptured from the electroshock. My little boy, his face was caved in. And my little girl, she had been hit so hard she was decapitated. They were faultless. So you and me, Frey, we are nothing in common. Makano is an evil man. In that there is no question. But just because an evil man kills, it does not mean his victims are innocent.
Innocence ain't a thing that exists around folks like us. At least not for long. Hell, I'm not even sure I know what it looks like anymore.
I used to. Once. But the bloodier I get, the quicker that picture fades. But that's not important right now. Important thing is getting our weed back from the Dixie Mafia. A large shipment of marijuana is at this dock. Get it and bring it back. Not worth as much money, but... look at who decided to stop by. Thought you forgot about me.
Running weed takes time.
That it does, frère.
Can't imagine what it must have been like running people. How many folks you think you got out of Haiti?
I only remember those I could not save.
Bullshit. When I was in country, once in a while we get a chance to evacuate a village before the napalm dropped. Wasn't our SOP, but we still did it. Had a couple close calls when the bombers showed up early. But I remember every single face.
So how many were there?
43? Should have been more, but some folks didn't trust us. Thought we were gonna march them into a shallow grave. Still remember the fear in their eyes.
Nothing motivates quite as well as fear.
Not a damn thing. So out with it. What was your count?
226.
Goddamn.
1 boat every night for 10 months. Mostly women and children. The men were either enlisted or disappeared. We had more refugees than we knew what to do with. They didn't always survive the trip, but dying on the bateau running from Papa Doc was better than the alternative.
Dodging Dixie cocksucker sounds like Christmas morning by comparison.
If you would have told me 15 years ago that all this would happen, I would have called you crazy. I believe I die an old man with my family all around me.
Yeah. Not in this life, anyway.
No. Not in this life. Keep bringing in the marijuana, frère. This is our life now. Go to this warehouse. Inside, there's a large stash of our weed. You get out those garbage and then bring it back.
Perfect timing. I was just about to have lunch. How'd it go?
Fast cars and shine. What's not to like?
Word coming down is that some motherfuckers might try to hit you. So watch your ass.
Yes, ma'am.
Guess who I saw coming out of the market yesterday? Denny McGill.
No shit, Denny McGill? I haven't heard that name in years.
Fucker's married. 4 kids. Oldest Rachel is 6.
Damn. Can you imagine having 4 kids right now?
Not without there being some kind of ransom involved. Every time I run into folks like him, they start asking me when I'm settling down, when I'm gonna have a family. It always makes me feel like I don't belong. Like there's something wrong with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hell, look at me. Never knew my parents, don't know a damn thing about who I am or where I came from. That hadn't stopped the world from deciding for me. Keeps finding people who don't give a fuck about any of that. Like when you and me are kicking back, shooting the shit. We just cool.
Well, I'm cool. You, on the other hand, are a pretty big fucking dork.
A dork? What are you, 12?
Well, shit. Those were the days. I could get shit-faced at night and still ace a math test the next day. Listen, Lincoln, never mind. It can wait.
Don't worry about what Denny McGill thinks. Fuck him.
Yeah. Fuck him. Be careful out there. Danny fancied himself a race car driver, and he was damn good at it, too. But he hated these runs. DeRazio had a pretty smooth operation going on downtown. Not sure the devil himself. Christ, man, you're not messing around.
So I take it business is good.
The old man's pissing his pants, he's so pleased.
He's not down the chalky bastard anymore.
Surprised he hasn't petitioned the Vatican to have you canonized. Oh, but they don't take requests from the bottom of a whiskey bottle.
Easy now, he's not that bad.
Look, I appreciate your relationship with him, but there are things you just don't get.
He's an asshole, a bastard, a selfish prick.
Lincoln. I've been seeing someone. Her name's Darlene. Meant to tell you earlier. You gonna say something?
Take it that's why Burke's been so hard on you.
Dan had always stuck up for me. But he's not here anymore.
No, he ain't.
So where do you come down on it?
I've never had much of anything. Or anyone, and what little I did have was taken away from me. So if there's someone out there, it'll make a difference to me who it is.
When I was a little girl, I thought my father hung the goddamn moon. Fuck. He was everything to me. But then one day he gave me this look. Like he knew. It broke my heart. The first person to crush me was my own father.
You want to turn your back on him, that's up to you. God knows he deserves it. Whatever you decide, just make sure you can live with it.
It took him a while, but Danny finally started letting me go on some of these runs. And this route right here was hands down my #1 favorite.